Well, that was truly fabulous. There we go. Tian Qiyi live in session, Dance of Yao. And in the 19 years that we've been on Six Music, I think that might well be the very first drum solo. And it was fantastic. So well done, John. So, Charlie, would you mind introducing your family, basically?
Yeah, well, my dad's Jah Wobble, so that speaks for itself. Obviously a bass player. And I don't want to say it because I'm his son, but I suppose largely recognised as a legend. But,
Absolutely.
My mum's also a legend. She is from Guangzhou, China. Her dad founded an orchestra over in Liverpool, which she's now running, but also both very talented musicians. And then me and my brother, we're Tian Qiyi, and yeah, we're just trying to, I suppose, make a career for ourselves. We're exploring kind of weirdish music. Well, I say weird, psychedelic jazz, world music. Which comes up with rock sometimes. It kind of incorporates a few different genres, but yeah, I suppose the next number would be a good introduction to, I suppose, what we're trying to do musically in terms of the experimental sounds. But yeah, I suppose that's hopefully a good enough introduction for the whole family. Well,
I mean, like I say, it's just fabulous stuff. And it's funny, whilst you were doing the sound check, I just wrote down Can, okay, yeah, as the band Can. And your dad turned to me and went, it's got a bit of a Can vibe to it, that, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think a lot of that comes from John, because you like Jackie Libizet, didn't you, the drummer? So he still listens to a lot of Can stuff. I like Can. I love their music, but yeah, John's a massive fan, so maybe there's an influence in the percussion sounds and stuff. So
right, okay. Yeah. And so was it, obviously, with you being family, was it kind of inevitable that you would all end up playing together at some point in time?
I don't think so. Both our parents didn't want us to do music from when we was young.
Right, okay.
Which never would have worked, because my granddad kind of forced us to play music. We always loved music. And then when we was both about kind of middle teenagers, we were like, no, this is what we want to do. So yeah, it's kind of been our decision. I'm not sure if they support it, but
yeah, it's funny. It's a running theme, you know. My dad didn't want me to do what he was doing, and he was an armature winder, you know, a kind of very physical job.
Yeah.
And so you think, yeah, my dad didn't want me to be an armature winder. Your dad, a legend, as you say, musician, didn't want you to be a musician. So it's obviously just the way that parents look at their lives and look back at what they've gone through and think, I don't want you to go through that, son.
Yeah. He wanted us to be both athletes, I think. Really, deep down. He probably still does, but...
No, not really.
Not really.
It's happy lives, but you meet so many horrible people in the music business. And that was my thing.
You're talking about me?
No, you're one of the nice ones. You know that. You're my mate. Me and Marc are part of the Curry Club.
We are part of the Curry Club, yeah, most certainly.
So you're my mate. But you know what I mean, there's a lot of... But you can't stop your kids having grief in life, so you know that's part of life. So,
but if I would understand it if they were bloody awful, mate. Yeah. But as it stands, it's just remarkable.
We had lots of music, didn't we, at home? So we introduced. So we were saying one thing but doing another, because we always playing music, and they come and saw us play, and so I think they got into it, you know.
Okay. All right, so, I mean, the rhythm section of it is recognisable. So, Charlie, would you just explain what you and your mum are playing?
Yeah, so I play a Chinese erhu, or just erhu, Chinese violin in a way, 2 strings. Where could you see it? You've seen it in Kung Fu Panda, but the animation was wrong in that. It doesn't look exactly like, but it's similar. And my mum's playing a guzheng, which is a Chinese harp. Looks, I suppose, the more known version's the koto, but guzheng's got more strings and sounds nicer. But similar to a koto.
Magical. It is magical. And, you know, it's a cliche to say that, you know, when you get brothers in a band, you look at Oasis and you look at the Kinks and Dire Straits and loads of others, and where the brothers are at each other all the time. You've got yourself and John, your brother, you know, and you've got your parents in a band as well. Could that not have led to a recipe for disaster?
Probably, I don't know. There's still time to go, isn't there? We'll have to wait and see.
The thing is, if you're to go on a 6-month tour with each other,
they had a number of punch-ups. They had a punch-up when her dad was orchestrating them. Charlie was one side, John the other. And as the dad waved the baton for the first note of the first tune, they tore at each other. And had a big fight. She was furious, Zilan. And only the other week when we were working with John Klein, and there was some difference of opinion about vocal mics, and they both wanted to step outside to sort it outside. And the engineer thought it was a joke, and then he realised it wasn't.
Right.
And I had to calm that down. Yeah.
Well, they're behaving tonight.
They are, yeah.
So that's good. Yeah. So the album is called Red Mist, a tune we've heard already. It's out on the 29th of September, and wonderful stuff. So thanks for coming in. You're going to do 2 more tunes for us shortly. John, Jah Wobble, just before we do go to the next section there, of course, so you've got your new album, A Brief History of Now. We played Last Exit as well. We will be doing more so. And you've also got Metal Box Rebuilt in Dub.
Yeah, we're touring that. That's out on Cleopatra Records. They were really happy with how it went, so now Cleopatra Records wanted a original album, which is about to come out. I went over to LA and did 3 proper videos, which is unusual nowadays. Anyone wants to spend any money, and they really looked after me. They spoilt me rotten over in LA. It was like the old days. I loved it. I felt loved, you know.
Yeah.
So that was great. And yeah, they had me out in the desert doing the videos. You
Right.
know, so that was a laugh.
Yeah.
You know.
It wouldn't be at this current point in time, would
Well,
it?
the funny thing is, until I got to LA, it had been overcast most of the year. So it's not been huge temperatures over there, you know, funny enough. But no, it's all that's coming out. We're touring at the end of the year. But the tour never stops. Everyone says, when's the tour? Tour never, you've always got a show coming up or something, and there's always a record coming out, so...
Well, I've got the list of dates here. So we've got the 25th of October, Exeter, Phoenix, the 26th, Rescue Rooms, Nottingham, 27th, 1865 in Southampton, the 28th of Rope Walk, Barton-on-Humber, into November the 1st, the Key Theatre, Sudbury, 2nd, the Forum, Tunbridge Wells, 3rd, the Venue in Worthing, then you go through the Forge in Camden, Deal, you're playing Norwich, and some of these are Metal Box as well, Holyrood Arms in Guildford, Milton Keynes, Glasgow, Edinburgh, Manchester, Leeds, Truro, Cardiff, Ormskirk, and finishing off on the 9th of December at the Thekla in Bristol.
Yeah, the agent said to me the other day, OK, I'm booking another tour in April, in spring, is that all right? I said, OK, all right then. He come back and said, got such a demand, can I book another tour? 2 tours next year in autumn. So we've got a spring tour and an autumn tour next year. And we've not even done this autumn's tour.
You're far too popular, mate. What can I say?
Well, I like getting out there and treading the boards is where it's at.
Well, yeah, we've gathered that, mate. But yeah, wonderful stuff. And so here we go, back to Tian Qiyi. So you're going to do, have you got any live dates coming up?
I'm not too sure at the moment. It looks like we're going to do a show in London on 7th of September. But outside of that, not too much to plug except the album. We got the single coming out next month, August 9th, I want to say.
Okay.
Around that time, and then we got the album, like I said, September 29th. So yeah, stream that. And then once we get some more shows, we'll let everyone know.
Yeah, fabulous. Okay, well, you're going to do 2 tunes for us now. What are the songs called and in what order?
The first is Incantation, which is probably my favourite song from the album, or at least one of them. And then we're going to do a Java, right? Yeah. Is it Java? Yeah, then which is not our original song.
Augustus Pablo tune.
All right.
Because she heard it through me, Zilan, for the orchestra and loved it. Even though it's a Jamaican guy, Augustus loved Oriental music, so it's gone full circle. So she got me back into playing it, Zilan. The orchestra do a version.
Wow, okay, brilliant. All right, well, there we go then. Tian Qiyi live in session.